What is going on, everyone, and welcome back to another Black Desert video. So today we are going to be talking about one of the events that is currently going on now. And if you look at this thing over here, is a new Seraph challenge and a lot of other, stuff going on. But we're going to talk about the best things to get for the Seraph sigils in order. So just in case all of you who are curious, you can probably get them all by the end of the event, but I thought this was something worth talking about because a lot of these rewards are actually pretty good. And yeah, so what should you get first if you are a newer player or is just someone looking to get the most value out of things? I would probably say the number one thing is for the outfit. Obviously, if you don't want to spend real money immediately, you just get the outfit. I just kind of have the habit of getting these first because, they're a little bit more rare in a way. So yeah, outfit first. This is what it looks like by default. And it's actually pretty nice. Here's what it looks like with the little headpiece, and then without it, like whatever you have. Yeah, I think the outfit overall looks really good. So that's something that I would probably consider getting first if you plan on playing the Seraph at all. And if not, that's free cron stones. So with that said, titles are usually very contested items just because they are limited and, they count towards your progress of 1,500, 2,000 if anyone actually cares about those. In case you're a new player and wondering, yeah, titles actually do something in this game, but, after like 1,500, it gets kind of tedious to go for them specifically. So, with that said, I would probably get the stuff that you can't get in-game first, or, some things that you don't really want to spend money on. So, outfit first, probably title. Third, what I would do is probably go for the cron stones. Everyone needs cron stones, no matter where you're at in the game, beginner, end game. After that, I would probably say get a 250 stack, even if you don't need it, especially if you're a beginner, because you will need it eventually. But I have a feeling that after the Calpheon Ball, when they gave the 400 stack, the 350, 300, and the 250, people are not, in an immediate need for fail stacks right now. So, this is something you should get as a high priority, but maybe not like necessarily in the top 5, but it is very important. This thing, if you do a lot of house decorating, pretty nice. You might as well just get it, right? Next, what I would do is, I was actually going to say, get a pet box or the maids. If you are free to play, the pet box and maids always very helpful because you can't really get them as easily as free to play players. So these are, I would consider, a very high priority. Depending on where you're at in the game, the dim origin of Dark Hungers, they're very good, but that's the you use these at the point of, are you trying to make a 300 stack and do you already have like 270 plus just to finish them? That's when you get these. So it's more, I would say, mid and end game players will need them, but if you're a new player, you should get it, but like at the end of the list. So new players get pet box, obviously, and then both of the maids, because those are very, very valuable. If you're playing on a seasoned character, then you realistically won't need to plus 16 right away. It's nice to have, but they give inventory slots so frequently to the point where you're just like, oh, you just kind of get them, especially if you bought the season pass that gives you a bunch. You're doing the quest lines, and you should be good for quite a while. So eventually you do get everything, but this is probably on the lower side of priority. Free-to-play players as well, or just across the board, everyone. Value Pack, Secret Book of Old Moon, and Blessing of Commonsilv. I've talked about this in multiple videos in which order I would get, but if you were just like, oh, I only have 35 coins, which one should I get? Value Pack as highest priority, followed by Secret Book of Old Moon, just because that one allows you to buy like Villa Scrolls and everything, and that is the most important thing for the Secret Book of Old Moon. Blessing is nice, but energy recovery +2. Even if you're a life skiller, is not that big of a deal. Item drop rate 20%. It's good. But we currently have an event going on that's giving plus 100 plus your bonuses. So realistically, it's pretty easy to get 300 topped off during the event. So you would want to buy the Villa Scrolls and everything with the Secret Book of Old Moon, you know, if you're grinding. You could buy the 50 mil one from the tent. And yeah, so Secret Book, higher priority than the Blessing. You know, generally across the board, but especially now, that would be what I picked. So Value Pack 1, Secret Book 2, Blessing number 3. Next, Resplendent Storage Box. These are generally pretty rare, not high priority because you can get away with running it with contribution points, and then this one just, you know, it saves a little bit. So Classic Insignia Box, they give these away pretty frequently, so these are what they look like. See if I have, yeah, these are what these boxes are. They just kind of give them away from random events. For what it does is this. So like you opened a box on the class and it gives you 10% XP. They're fine if you don't already have other things. So for example, if you do Pit of the Undying every week, you should be, because this one gives the up to pen one. So let me show you what it looks like by default. So by default, if you're new to Pit of the Undying, you probably start doing all these, the Crow's Insignias, 5, 10%, 15, 20%, and then the pen one, the highest tier that you get eventually, is 30%. So technically 30% is more than 10%, but not by that much. Just keep in mind, XP in this game is additive, not multiplicative. So that means, like, let's say you're getting... It just adds on. It doesn't multiply it by that much. So regardless of if you have something better or not, it really doesn't matter. It just helps you get to like 61 or something easier. So that's what it does. Realistically, do I think people are burning through Elyon's blessings frequently? No, I hope you're not. But yeah, even then, I don't even know if this one is worth it if you've been playing for a while, and even if you're not, like, it's one of those things that they just kind of give so often that it's like 15 coins. I would honestly rather get Cronstones and Magical Shards, because at least you can sell these, and then if you're a new player, this is just like, it's more money than not having it. So Crons, Capris, all of these on the regular exchange, I would probably still get any of these over to Elyon's Blessings, because you shouldn't be, you know, using all of these pretty frequently. So yeah, that's the order I would go with. Just as a quick recap, there's a lot of things, like when you look at the shop, you're just like, oh, what is this thingy? What is this thingy? So these Seraph Conviction Crests are Pearl Shop things. You buy some bundles of stuff in the Pearl Shop. Let me show you. Like these things. And then it gives you some of the seals. So that one's Pearl stuff if you're free to play and don't worry about it. If you were to pick one, what would I get? Obviously Title. Title's nice. A special weapon. Unique weapons that are limited, always pretty nice. Otherwise, fun fact, if you get these weight limits, you can open them on your you could open them on any class. So like technically, if you've been buying all these weight limits and then you only play one character, you could probably have like 12,000 weight or something at this point if you only play one. It's meant to be for the new class, but it never really specifies it, and I know people that only play one class main and then they have like 13,000 weight just because all those bundles over the years, every time they release a new class and then they have these weight limits, yep, they just buy it on or claim it on their main and just use it. So you could do that, but it really just depends what you do. And then these golden seals, more Pearl Shop, Gamba box reward bonuses. Don't worry about that one. So yeah, recap. Get the things that you can't get first. Costume box. That's just, you should make that a habit of buying them first. Aside from that, if you don't really care about title collecting as much, skip to the Cronstones, and then title probably next. Free to play players, you should probably go with boxes and maids. early on. Everyone else, value pack, secret book of Old Moon, blessing, storages, and then everything else as a lower priority. So yeah, by the end of this event, you should be able to get all of them. So not to worry, just go fishing, go gathering, go grinding. These drop at a pretty high rate, and I've been testing it. So I did a lot of fishing, I did some gathering and grinding. I think gathering on average gives you more than grinding. And then fishing, obviously, if you just leave your game on fishing for like 24 hours, you're going to get them pretty regularly. So yeah, I would say all these coins pretty easy to get. That's what I would get in total. So good luck with all your enhancing clicks. Everyone who got the hammers from the AP rewards and everything, hope you guys get some good RNG. And yeah, that's about it. Anyway, that's all I wanted to talk about. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you have any questions, happy to point you all in the right direction. And I will see you tomorrow. Peace.